No loot chat. We're talking about Ultraman Blazar, guys. If you guys listen to the Toku Trash podcast, which is the new podcast I started, me and a guest all the time, every single month, we talked in the premium version available at tokutrash.tv. We talked about how Ultraman, like, Super Eye does everything right, and I still just keep going back to my abusive parent in Toei, and I'm just like, come on, Toei, see what Super Eye is doing across the street? Why can't we do that? And they're like, shut up, bitch. Shut up. Get your fan subs. You want this stuff legally? No. And I'm just like, but they're doing dubs and everything, simul-dubs, simulcasting. And it's like, we have simul-dubs at home. We have simulcasting at home. It's called the Cat Site. And I'm just like, yes, okay, okay, Toei, that's great, thank you. Super Eye's doing all the right things, and I still don't want to be its child. All right, let's watch this real quick. Oh my god, I don't want to make me that much smaller.
I'm Gento Hiruma, captain of the Special Kaiju Reaction Detachment, SCARD. There's a worldwide outbreak of kaiju disasters, and the Global Guardian Force, or GGF, was established to deal with them. This is a story about the members of SCARD, and an alien called Ultraman.
Sick English logo.
In order to investigate and analyze kaiju traits to better respond to them, the Japan
That is Johnny
branch
Young
of the
Bosch,
Global
yeah.
Guardian Force created the Special Kaiju Reaction Detachment, known as SCARD, and appointed me as captain.
Real quick, I love everything about this. Scarred is such a terrible name for one of these.
Our 4 members were handpicked for their skills and cunning, which is especially useful, as the SCARD Command Post, aka SCARD CP, has authority to move independently of other units.
He did not just call it Scarred CP.
Here we plan and execute our operations together. After all, we are the Special Kaiju Reaction Detachment. Now then, why don't I introduce you to everyone? Emi Aobe is our intelligence specialist. She helps us infiltrate target organizations, and her excellent physical abilities not only aid her in undercover missions, but in combat as well.
Welcome.
Yasunobu Bando is our skilled head mechanic. He was a pilot in the Global Guardian Force's Transport Corps before being reassigned to SCARD. He keeps all our weapons and machinery in working order, and apparently likes to name his favorites.
I guided them, did you see that?
Honori Minami was recruited for her unparalleled mechanical piloting skills. She's our most adept Earth Garon pilot. A simple and earnest person, but also an expert in close
This chick is buff as fuck, and I'm so jealous.
quarters combat from her long service in infantry missions.
Really?
Last but not least is Teraraki Nagara. He's our vice captain, and with his excellent research and data analysis skills, our chief strategist. He's cool and collected during operations, and his extensive knowledge of kaiju biology is invaluable.
SCARD CP, go.
Oh, there's also Retsu Haruno. He's the founder of SCARD, and the chief of staff at Global Guardian Force Command. He's the one who recruited me as the captain of SCARD.
And eliminate a future kaiju threat. Before Ultraman does. I'm as eager to find out as you are, Captain.
But he expects quite a bit from us.
Chief of Staff sent us on a wild goose chase.
Prepare to launch the armored kaiju Earth
Garon is cool as fuck.
The Earth Garon is SCARD's main weapon. It's a bipedal kaiju-type robot, and
So
works
sick.
particularly well in its close-quarters combat mode. It can fire Earth gun rounds from its arms. It has guided missiles in its tail. It can release the
Badass.
Earth-fire charged particle cannon from its mouth. And then there's Ultraman Blazar, a mysterious giant who appeared to me in a flash of light. We know it's some sort of alien, but I have a little more insight. When our backs are against the wall,
God,
the
this thing-
transformation
the changer is so
device,
cool.
Blazar brace appears on my arm. If I imbue my wish for justice into the crystal Blazar stone, rich with the power of light, and load it into the Blazar brace. All right, lend us your power, I can transform into Ultraman Blazar. Okay, and use his power right here on Earth.
Ooh, a little different Ultraman roar going on.
Our special move utilizes a bright, double helical spear known as the Spiral Parade. But who is Ultraman Blazar? Maintain distance and wait for us. What fate awaits the illustrious members of SCAR? In my unit, you go by your first name or a nickname. Henri, you're going with your plan.
Wilco.
Then engage close quarters combat mode. Ultraman Blazar, a new series premiering July 8th, 2023. I've got this. Ultraman Blazar will be available for streaming on the Ultraman official YouTube channel and Ultraman Connection, with an English dub and subtitle options in multiple languages.
So fire. Yeah, so what we know so far is, based off of what I know of Ultraman, is that Blazar doesn't seem to have his own voice actor, at least yet, which is super interesting to me. So I don't know if he will. A lot of people are talking about like Blazar might be a berserker style Ultraman, and I think that's definitely how they're portraying it, with like the fast shots of like fighting and everything. But yeah, we'll see. It comes out next week, the 8th, and so it airs like Friday night here in the US.